Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Alright, so last time we went into the shrine there and picked up some fortune dolls, and we got past Benkei, allowing us to, well, be here. We're now going to continue on and go to a completely different area. It is time to progress, as it were. So not only are we able to warp into the shrine itself, we actually have another place we can warp to, and that is our goal for right now. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering what happens when you push the rock up, since, you know, all of them do different things. Well, this direction in particular... with all the cha-chings, actually spawns a whole bunch of Rio, which makes the game run at what feels like a stunning 15 frames per second. Boy, does it slow it down. But yeah, here's a bunch of free money if you really want it or need it. You really shouldn't at this point, honestly. But yeah, there you go. Good fortune for you. So let's now push the rock back down, because there's one last direction we haven't pushed it in, and that's through the very bottom, or towards the entrance we've come from. That'll warp us to the Awaji Islands in Ki, or Kai. And there's also the shrine gate that also warps you to this little fishing boat, I guess. We're actually at a new little location here. Completely void of anything else. This is all that's here. The sign should tell us where we are. It's the Husband and Wife Rocks. Quaint little location with a very bad frame rate. Man, I don't know why, but the game really slows down here. Maybe it's the size of the rocks here. Maybe it's the water. I'm not quite sure. But all I know is it really has a hard time running this place. It's very, very slow, as you can tell. But we come here because here is yet another fortune doll. As this dragon face thing just sits in our face. Rude. But we can just warp on back to the main island. Yet again, another area that only has some sound effects, some what's the word? You know, scenic, atmospheric, there you go. Noises. There's a coffee shop here. May as well stop in. I've been studying a long and hard time about turtle stones. There's one thing that always bothered me. Why are they turtle stones? Well, not like rabbit stones. I mean, they look more like turtles, so I guess that's the whole reasoning behind it. The tourist center at Awaji Island will instantly transfer you to a place far away. That's what you call instant pleasure. Get it? Oh dear. It's when I come across a coffee shop that I feel most relieved. Don't you agree? I mean, sure. How about some of my stamina dumplings? Nah, I don't need any. Thanks. No other random free maps, though. We got the one and only one we need. Alright, but there's another hut right out there over this, bridge, land bridge. There's also that island over there that has no purpose. I'm not sure why it's there. I think, oh, maybe there's a fortune doll there, but no, instead a fortune doll is actually hiding on a little ledge here. So again, it's just this area in general. Just the game runs like there was an enemy down there. What are you doing? How are you down there? Aren't you a robot? Shouldn't you like be dead, frying out? Man. But yeah. Frame rate, not great here. But hey, it's an N64 game. Limitations and all that. I mean, it's not that bad. In fact, as a kid, I probably never noticed such things. Never really paid attention to frame rates and stuff like that, as I do now. You know, since it's such a big deal these days and everything. But, we're now in this quaint little area.
The air conditioner is on, and you don't have to ask for things. This is the best place for a quick rest.
Feel like I could have a jelly-filled donut like you. This is the Oedo Tourist Center, Awaji Island branch. We will carry you to Shikoku at once with our proud dragon. Is what we really wanted to say. Our proud dragon has suddenly gone wild and cannot carry you now. Can someone do something about this? I can help you. Also, it's none of my business. Alright then. Wow, really? That's great! Okay, hop on the back of the dragon. Enter this machine. And you get no choice here, so if you want to collect stuff, make sure you do so before hopping on in, because it kind of just forces you into this machine. But here we are, on the back of Shenron. The wish-granting dragon, as it were. Kind of looks like Shenron, reminds me of Shenron. He's just blue, that's all. But we're actually gonna go ahead and switch to Goemon for this little section. He just makes our lives easier. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that armor on me. So the enemies here can be kind of annoying. The balls don't get in your way much, but the little faces, they kind of fly directly at you, so if you want to smack them out of the air, you probably should if you don't want to take a whole bunch of damage on the way here. The flying ones don't pose that much of a threat. Jeez, talk, buddy. They kind of just don't get in the way.
What is it? What?
Do you suppose that machine...
Testing! Well now. Ta-da! You're absolutely right! We kidnap kids with dancing talents using this dragon! I, the mighty Colin, am so smart!
Might you be one of the Peach Mountain guys?
My. How do you know about us? Ooh, I get it. You must be the annoying clowns Baron was talking about.
Annoying clowns? What?
Anyway, I'm going to beat you all up! Control machine, go get him!
Alright, so here, it's very helpful to use the chain pipe, just so it makes hitting this guy a lot easier. He's completely invulnerable when he's glowing yellow like that. And as you can see, the dragon here is tilting around, which kind of screws with the controls, which is why using other characters can be kind of hard in terms of getting up to him and hitting him. So, using the chain pipe, still a bit of a challenge, but makes it easier to hit him before he starts spinning again. But yeah, just be wary. You can not only fall off here and lose health, but it's weird to control, to say the least. The controls get all sorts of jacked up while he's tilting here, so just be careful of that. Once you get a hang of it, though, his boss, if you can call it that, is not that big of a deal. Doesn't take many hits either, so just rinse and repeat. Hell, his attack isn't even that much of a threat if you stay away from him. His little ball things, little orbs, take so long to travel, and they spread out so far. Getting hit by them is just incredibly unlikely. I mean, look at him. Doesn't pose as much of a threat at all. The music here is pretty good, though. But with that, there you go.
What's going on?
Was that you? That dragon?
Yes, it was me. My name is Koryuta. What's been going on all this time?
Yes, Dragon, who had been hypnotized by the Peach Mountain, was actually none other than Koryuta, the son of the Dragon God. Goemon and allies explained everything to Koryuta.
Oh no! So you're telling me that I was the one out there kidnapping kids all over the place? I don't know if I can recover from this. I'm a bad guy, a villain, a criminal, a demon, a devil, right?
Calm down, calm down! You were hypnotized. There's nothing you could have done about it.
But still...
By the way, don't you remember anything that happened? Like, where did you take the children?
Ah, yes! That's right! The hot springs.
Hot springs?
I remember going to the Dogo Hot Springs, just west of Io.
The Dogo Hot Springs? That's a popular spot.
Koryuta, you must return to being just a tourist as soon as you possibly can. I will rescue the children myself.
Really? Thank you very much! Oh, here's something. Please, take this.
What is this flute?
At any time or any place you play that flute, I will arrive right by your side in dragon form. I will take you to any town, village, coffee shop, or castle you've been to.
Oh, that would help tremendously. But I have no idea how to play the flute. I know how to play the flute. Me too. Okay then, Yay, I'll hand this flute to you.
Why not me?
Yay receives Koryuta's flute. With this, you can fly to any location you've been before. This feature can be cancelled by pressing the B button before the flute stops playing.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Inside a building such as a castle or store, I won't be able to hear the flute, so make sure you're outside when you play it. Well, I must be going.
Exit stage right. Alright, with that though, we are now, because we were flying on him and such, we have ended up in a completely different location. So first things first, we're gonna climb to the very top of this place, because we can actually go get a new power-up for Goemon. Now, Goemon gets a lot of stuff in this. Oh, looks like I've used up all of my armor hits. Seems like the hitbox on that thing's a little bit weird. Oh well, it protected us for a while. But yeah, that's the whole purpose it serves. I mean, if you really want it, I guess it makes life easier. Again, not really necessary. I don't think it's a big deal. Just because with how often the game gives you healing items, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
What's that thing moving about the stairs? Wow, that's so dangerous.
Like another lady who offers us dumplings, right? Yeah. Because all of the old ladies just give you food. It's like your grandma.
The youngsters over there will likely experience the same destiny as myself, a resident of here for many, many years.
Sounds kinda dull. I never imagined the stairs leading to Mount Kompira would be this long. I'm never going up or down these stairs again. Yeah, it's one hell of a climb to a shrine, isn't it? Alright. But with that, these jamming beats, like, it's gonna be hard not to say this like every other minute, but damn, the music in this game's good. I love it. Some of these creepy faces that just shoot projectiles at us. It's like they're an alternate, or like a reskin to the scarecrows from earlier. So, we just gotta stand there, look at you, and shoot. Not that much of a threat. They're definitely a bit creepier, though. I don't know what their deal is. Something unsettling about just faces. Anyway, at the grounds at the top of the mountain here, I did not mean to switch. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Goemon and throw some money.
Yes, I've hereby received your Medal of Justice.
Justice money, eh? Goemon receives the Medal of Flames. By continuously holding down the B button, or in other words, just hold it down, and then letting go, a powerful medal surrounded by flames will be thrown. The torch can also be lit by using this. So now we have a fire projectile, charge it up, and can throw a flaming fireball. Pretty dang cool. Alright, and there's also a couple huts up here, so what's the deal with these, huh? Some people living up here. I've got a really gloomy past, you see. Drifting for years. I've finally come to this place, you see. Does that make me a nihilist? I'll have to remember what the definition of that word is and I'll get back to you. Because I kind of don't remember at all. Alright, what's in here? Oh, looks like a little gift shop. Life itself is luck. Whether you have good luck or bad luck all depends on how much you put your heart into something. But frankly, your luck really has nothing to do with me. Okay then. Some words of advice and instantly told, I don't really care about you. But with that, nothing else going on up here, so we're actually just gonna head all the way back down. And nothing too exciting is gonna happen here, so I guess I'll just catch you guys down there. I mean, somehow Fuji, I know in real life Fuji is a very tall mountain in Japan, one of the world's tallest, but here, this mountain definitely seems like it's a bit longer and higher up than the one in this game is. Oh well, I guess I just called that for relevance. Anyway, again, we are in a different location here in Folky Polk. Got some gloomy music. Kind of sounds like a really sad remix of Zazentown. This is the Folky Polk village of Ewa. The village is famous for folk dancing. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people still seem kind of cheerful despite everything. Oh, another place where the Plasma Man is. There isn't really much of a reason to, you know, pay him unless you're stuck. Yeah, actually, you know what? Some of these people might have things to say. I don't even know. Can I talk to anybody in these? Well, I could talk to that one guy who's in the one shot, but those ones all seem just slightly too off in this invisible wall to be able to talk to. How about you, sir? The god of money is enshrined in Kompira Mountain of Sanuki. If the money is used for good, the god of money will help. Yeah, justice money. I use it for destroying robots. Yeah, this really does just sound like a really sad version of Zazentown. Oh, another little food store. Don't really need to do much here. How's it going, sir? My son, Fudetaro, who was kidnapped by the dragon, is a folk dancing champion. With his singing and dancing, Fudetaro is sure to become the village hero of the future. Won't someone try to find him? Can't this dog sniff him out? His name's John.
This secret device is activated by lighting the torch of the red Dharma, or Dharma. Woof! Hey! Why am I saying something that sounds important? Narf? Arf?
Questionable bark? Yeah, there's an inn. Hey, if you need a save, there you go. Anybody else to talk to you up here real quick? Here's somebody. The children of this village have been kidnapped by this large blue dragon. When you pass the village gate, you will get to Kompira Mountain of Sanuki. Unless you pay a visit to the shrine at Kompira Mountain, the children may never return. Hey, sometimes prayer is all you need. Hey, what's this place? Ugh. I hate airplanes, and that's why I chose to be transferred at the tourist center. That was no transfer. It was a heck of a lot more horrifying than airplanes. So I guess this is another place to, like, get onto the dragon. Interesting. Another warp area. Actually, I didn't even know that was there. You learn by exploring, I guess. Alright, but let's head on out into Tosa. Some more catchy music. Some of the designs of these areas are just so rural and nice. Like, there's just something about them that walking through them is just peaceful. And even if there are enemies about, like, it's just such a pretty little area, I gotta say. Really gotta appreciate some of the design in this game. Absolutely wonderful. Alright, here we're gonna end up on a place called Vine Bridge. There's actually a little bit of a tricky fortune doll to get here. But he's easy enough if you know he's there. What we want to do is jump over to this little platform that falls down, and we ride it down, we'll land directly on top of him. So that's one of the trickier ones to get. You can easily pass by it by accident, but it's probably noticeable if you end up falling down here and notice that he's sitting there. And, you know, you can put two together, and it's not that big of a deal. But if you just go jumping across the bridge, you may miss him completely, so... Again, another area that is big and slow. It'll slow him going. Maybe it's because it loads all the enemies in the area and stuff. But yeah, again, using Rio to try to keep my momentum while jumping across these things will make it a bit easier. If you're good at platforming, you're probably gonna be fine. I do it just in case, because I'm bad. Caution, cross very quietly. Well, I guess you can tiptoe across those parts that fall. I haven't even tried that. Normally just jump over them. Alright, here we are in EO. A bare bones place. So Goemon, it takes 2 hits to hit those little drummer things. I think Ye can just cut them in half though. Alright, so here's something can be kind of tricky about this area, in general about progressing. If we walk on over here, we're gonna find out that the door to the springs is closed. We can't actually go in there. Somebody locked the door and won't let us through. However, there is a little coffee shop here. Now, it is very important to talk to this lady right here, because she is context sensitive. I actually didn't know this while I was practicing, because I missed her completely and was running around trying to figure out what to do for like 10 minutes.
You may not believe me, but I saw a dwarf in Zazentown. He was kinda cool looking, but also looked real mean.
There's also another hint there. I've come here to bathe in the famous hot springs, but it's been closed for the longest time. Phew, I'm really starting to stink. Shower. On the left-hand side of the door leading to the jungle hot springs of Eo, there is a small hole. I'd expect only a dwarf could enter a hole that small. I've seen this huge dragon flying around lately. Be careful if you don't want to be eaten. Ah, we're friends with him. In fact, we're gonna call on him right now. So we're gonna take a shortcut back to Zazen. So now that we've been given a hint about some kind of small dwarf running around, we're gonna go see if we can find him and talk to him. Because maybe he can let us know how to get into that small hole. So this is probably one of the cooler quick travel things in a video game. Get your own personal dragon to ride around on. It's really cool. The only downside is this cutscene is really long. It takes forever, man. So I probably won't be showing this again just because of how long it takes. It's neat once. I'll probably cut it down from here on out though. It's because it does take forever. That was unnecessarily long if I want to just get from point A to point B, you know? Anyway, we're actually gonna go ahead and give Ebisimaru some screen time finally. So let's go find this dwarf. One lady says something about him looking cool but being mean. Well, that kind of reminds me of a certain someone, don't you think? Oh man, look at how tiny he is.
Hey, long time no see. I'm Ushiwaka.
What happened? Why are you so small?
Let me tell you. Those sweets at the Golden Temple? Well, if you eat 8 in a row, there's a strange power that makes you shrink. If for any reason you want to shrink, go to the Golden Temple. I'll be there waiting for you.
Off he scurries. I mean, he's so small. Are you sure you're not drowning down there? I mean, it's so tiny in here. I mean, it's like foot deep. But maybe it was head deep for him. I don't know. He seemed fine though. Kind of just ran off. There's one thing I find weird about Ebisimaru from behind here. It's like those flaps up the top. Kind of forget that those are his eyes. You can see them over the top of his head. It's just really bizarre. I love Ebisimaru. I used to play as him the most when I was a kid. But, mostly because he was blue. In a blue outfit. But, yeah, looking at him now, he's got a little bit of a weird thing going on there. Alright, but let's head on to the Golden Temple. Right here, and he's just sitting here waiting for us.
You made it. Narrator, please explain.
My pleasure! The sweets in the cupboard at the temple will start falling from above. If you catch 8 sweets before the time is up, you will be able to use magical powers to make you shrink. However, if you're seen catching these sweets, something terrible will happen. Ready, set, go!
And here we get brought into a new minigame. This place is a bit weird and this minigame can be kind of irritating. But don't worry about it. Try not to take hits because we're only allowed to take 3 here. And that guy kind of reminds me of that old, that comic series. His design, the way he looks. It reminds me of, I think it was called Dougie. You guys know what I'm talking about? Dougie? But, yeah, don't get caught in the cupboard because then he'll start smashing the cupboard and make bombs fall down. So the candies disappear pretty quickly, so that makes the time limit a little bit more, tight. Again, try not to get hit by anything. You don't have much room for error here. If you can, try to walk around this area because it makes it a little bit easier to tell when candy's landing. Sometimes you get lucky and it'll land right on top of you. I'm having kind of bad luck right now, actually, because it's opening at bad times. Only need 2 more, though. Oh, there we go. That's better. Getting short on time, though. But I think 1 more. There you go. 1 piece of candy will just drop. And we are good. Didn't even get caught once.
Way to go! Now you can shrink as you wish.
And with that, Ebisimaru is the first person to obtain magic powers. He can now become Mini Ebisu. The powers will allow you to shrink and get through small holes and narrow roads. However, remember that while using Mini Ebisu powers, you will not be able to attack. So you will be able to shrink, but as he says, you won't be able to fight. But with that, this is a decent time to go ahead and stop the video. So next time we are going to get into the shrine now that we can shrink and just walk in through that little hole. So that's our goal on the next video. This has been Blue Bomber IMO. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a great day.